We'd have to wait for the spring.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm thinking if everything.
Okay, I'm on.
Okay. There you go.
All righty. Good evening, I'm Robert Floyd. Welcome to the 2021 Special Town Meeting, Town Moderator, Article Information Session. There'll be no debating tonight, there'll be no voting. I initiated this years and years ago, and we've been doing this for years and years successfully. So the concept is to have me read the articles tonight so you get a heads up of what's going to be on our special town meeting on Tuesday, December 14th at 7 o'clock at the William A. Norris School, Pomeroy Meadow Road, and we hope you all come. This is the first time that we'll be meeting under the COVID umbrella, so we ask everybody, we require everyone to wear a mask and to have social distancing. So if you want to sit together with your friends and neighbors, great. You don't want to sit near someone or you don't know them, figure 6 feet or so apart. There'll be no seats, there'll be benches per se, so everybody will be on the honor system. And we need 50 of you at least for a quorum. Our last 3 meetings were held successfully outside the building in the field, and we had quite a great turnout and a lot of success, and it was really a great experience. So it's too cold to go outdoors, so we'll be doing it indoors. Article 3, unpaid bills. To see if the town will vote to transfer for 2 previous fiscal year bills totaling $646, or is that 45? 45 to the 46. Okay, my glasses are fogging up. To the prior year's bills account for unpaid bills from previous fiscal years. $583 Raw Materials Recovery Corporation invoice received late fiscal 21, and $63 for the Southampton Water Department invoice not paid fiscal 21. Said sum to be taken from the fiscal 22 Transfer Station Enterprise Fund operating expenses for the Raw Materials Recovery Corporation of $583, and the Cemetery Commission expenses, the Southampton Water Department, $63, or take any other action relative thereto. Are you following me? I go from Article 1 to Article 6. I go from Article 1 to Article 6.
Take that one.
Okay, you're going to be taking? Cheers. Article 2, transfers for police department operating expenses. To see if the town will vote to transfer an amount totaling $35,650 within their operating budget accounts as listed below. The amount, $15,000 police wages accounts from, to the police overtime account. Reason, unexpected staff shortages. The amount, $13,000 from police wage account to police expense account. Reason, unexpected costs incurred. $3,000 from communication expense account to police building expense account. Reason, building expense incurred. And the last of the four, $4,650 regional lockup expense account from to the police equipment maintenance account. Reason, software equipment maintenance. Said sums to come from the fiscal 2022 accounts listed above, or taken any other action relative thereto. I'm reading the articles. The motions will be under the 4 corners of the articles, and sometimes when the change needs to be made, such as the amount we have it in the initial motion rather than throwing the incorrect motion on the floor and then amending it on the 10th floor. And it takes a little bit more time that way, so we try to streamline it. Article 3, transfers for library to meet accreditation and expand hours. To see if the town will vote to transfer a total of $9,897 from the retirement contributory account and transfer $6,726 to the library wage account, $1,591 to the library maintenance account, and $1,580 to the library utilities account, or to take any action relative thereto. Article 4, to transfer for accounting expenses for previous temporary accountant, to see if the town will vote to transfer $9,878.40 from the town accountant wage account to the accounting expense account for the cost of a vendor who served as a temporary town accountant until the permanent town accountant was hired, or to take any other action relative thereto. Article 5, transfer for vendor to help with fiscal 2022 tax recap submittal, to see if the town will vote to transfer $1,560 from the assistant accountant wage account to the accounting expense account for the cost of a vendor to help compile and submit the fiscal 2022 tax recap forms, or to take any other action relative thereto. Article 6, transfer for employment advertising expenses. To see if the town will vote to transfer $105 from the Select Board expense account to the employment advertising account for advertising incurred due to staffing shortages, or to take any other action relative thereto. Article 7, transfer for web maintenance expenses. To see if the town will vote to transfer $1,500 from the technology services expense account to the web page maintenance account for updates to the town's website, or to take any other action relative thereto. Article 8, transfer for additional voting machines needed for a second precinct. To see if the town will vote to transfer a total of $5,700 from the retirement contributory account to the town clerk equipment account to purchase one voting machine for the additional new voting precinct required in town, or to take any other action relative thereto. Article 9, funding for additional tree removal. To see if the town will vote to transfer a total of $8,000 from the operating stabilization account to the tree warden expense account for additional tree removal during fiscal 2022, or to take any other action relative thereto. Article 10, transfer for funding fiscal 2022 ambulance debt. To see if the town will vote to transfer, appropriate an amount totaling $69,766.61 from ambulance receipts reserved for appropriation, and transfer $68,065 to the debt ambulance principal account and $1,701.61 to the debt ambulance interest account for the fiscal 22 debt payment, or the newest ambulance, or take any other action relative thereto. Article 11, transfer for funding for vendor assistance with fiscal 2021 financial book closure. To see if the town will vote to transfer a total of $35,000 from the operating stabilization account to the town accountant expense account to engage a vendor to help close the fiscal 2021 financial records of the town, or take any other action relative thereto. Article 12, funding for 2 recycling containers for the transfer station. To see if the town will vote to appropriate transfer $25,500 to fund the purchase of 2 replacement recycling containers for the transfer station. Said sum to be taken from the transfer station retaining earnings account, or take any other action relative thereto. Article 13, transfer for funding for ambulance staffing. To see if the town will vote to transfer $30,000 from the ambulance receipts reserved for appropriation to the EMS wage account for staffing of ambulance shifts, or take any other action relative thereto. Article 14, funding for highway dump plow truck borrowing. To see if the town will vote to appropriate the sum of $294,000 to purchase a new single-axle dump truck with plow and sander body for the highway department, to determine whether the appropriation shall be raised by borrowing or otherwise, or to take any other action relative thereto. That may require a paper ballot.
Correct.
Okay.
It will.
We'll be ready for it. Article 15, under Community Preservation Projects. CPC funding for identifying and recording New Haven Northampton Canal Project. To see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $20,000 from community preservation funds to the Pioneer Valley Planning Commission New Haven Northampton Canal Project for Southampton's share of identifying and recording the path of the New Haven Northampton Canal. Said funds to be transferred from community preservation surcharges, historical preservation account, or to take any other action relative thereto. Article 16, CPC funding for acquisition of greenway right-of-way and design. To see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $270,000 from community preservation funds to the Greenway Committee. Said funds to be transferred from community preservation surcharges, undesignated account, or take any other action relative thereto. Article 17, CPC funding for Conant Park walking path and splash pad and acceptance of park grant. To see if the town will vote to A, transfer the care, custody, and control of Conant Park described in a deed recorded with the Hampshire Registry of Deeds in Book 1296, page 37, from the Select Board to the Park Commission for recreation, park and playground purposes on the provisions of Mass General Laws, Chapter 45, Subchapter 3, in perpetuity. B, appropriate the sum of $192,500 from the Community Preservation Act undesignated fund account for the cost of installing a walking path and splash pad and any costs incidental or related thereto, provided, however, that no funds shall be expended until the town has received a grant commitment in the amount of $100,000 under the Park Grant Program 301 CMR 5, a reimbursement grant which funds shall be returned to the Community Preservation Act undesignated fund. And C, authorizing the Select Board, the Park Commission, the town administrator, or their designee to apply for and accept on behalf of the town funds granted under the Park Grant Program and or any other funds, gifts, grants under any federal and or other state program in any way connected with the scope of this article, and enter into all agreements and execute any and all instruments as may be necessary or convenient to effectuate the foregoing project, including the conveyance of a perpetual conservation restriction in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 184, as required by Section 12A of Chapter 44B, as may be necessary on behalf of the town of Southampton, or take any other action relative thereto. And that's it. We have have a short evening this evening, so I invite all of you in the audience to join me for dinner on my tab on the arm at the local restaurant, and the buses will be pulling out front to pick you all up. So see you all December 14th, Tuesday, 7 o'clock, for our special town meeting at the William E. Norris School. Mask will be required and social distancing requested, and we look forward to your participation as a legislative branch of our town government. Thank you very much, and good night.
No. That's on the 14th.
This was the town moderator information session. Sorry? Yes, yes. Tonight, what we just did is live on 191, and it'll be, you can get the recording in a couple days at least.